So I've been creating some pivot table videos. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is how to filter a pivot. So if I click inside of here, we see our pivot table. Anytime you click on a pivot, you'll notice at the top you see this special toolbar called a contextual toolbar, and on the right we see the pivot table field list. So when I click outside of the pivot, all that's gone. You have to click inside of the pivot to see those things. And here's our raw data, and once again we can confirm where the raw data starts and stops by clicking up here. Let me just do that again. Change data source. Click this again. It tells us right here, we can read it what it is. It also highlights the range like this, and if you want you can scroll down and you can just make sure that it's the correct range. I'm going to click the cancel button, and now what I'm going to do is, let's say someone tells you this is great, but I don't want the results for May. So we look in here, we have the pivot with product in the row label area, a bunch of different fields over here that are summing and counting and averaging, but we want all of this, but not for, what did I say, not for the month of May. So you notice when we come up here, the month is not checked, so we haven't used it yet. We can take this field, drag and drop it into the report filter. So the way you drag and drop is by pressing down on the left mouse button and then dragging this and then releasing the left mouse button, and it pops into this little area here, and you'll notice there it is. So we can click in the drop down. I'm going to say select multiple items, and what have we got here? We've got all the different months. I'm going to uncheck May, like that. Press the OK button, and now it says multiple items are selected. You can tell there's a filter on because you see this little icon here. So if I go like this and I go to the top and I click on all, I click OK, that little filter thing is gone. It says all, because nothing is filtered away. So once again, I click in here and I say I don't want to see May. Everything else is checked. I click the OK button, and that also refreshes the pivot. Sometimes if you change the data, watch this, if I go into this cell, click 888, something really different, and I put 999 up here, the pivot results are not changing at all until I click like this, right click, refresh pivot. Then the results just changed. So we see that now you see how to filter a pivot by unchecking. Let's uncheck two more things. Uncheck September and October, press OK, and our results have changed.